Hello, 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 hello. I'm listening to the soundtrack of Babylon. You know, it's like na 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 na, and so it's very upbeat and exciting, and so that's all I can think about. I forgot that I was streaming. I was just listening to this. Hello. Oh my gosh, I've been gone for a month. Can you believe it? I've been gone for a month from here. I've been gone for a month from Twitter, pretty much. I can't concentrate while listening to that song. That was really bad. It sucks because you can't really play stuff on Twitch if you're streaming. And I always am listening to music and I just want to share it with you all, but I can't. So hello everybody. I'm also doing kind of a really weird thing. It's not really weird. I don't even know if it's weird. But I'm streaming on Twitter too. So if you're watching from Twitter, hello. I have no idea if I can. I don't know how it's streaming on Twitter works, if you can chat, if it's going to come through my restream chat or not. If you are chatting, then it's not working because I'm not seeing it. But other than that, I'm so happy to be back. It has been a crazy, crazy month here in my real life. So I had to take some time off. And it's been a couple, let's see, I came back the beginning of this week. It's Thursday. No, it's Wednesday. So it's only been a couple days. So don't feel too bad about it. But man, it's a slog. It's a slog coming back to social media after being gone for a month. It's kind of like trying to go back to the gym and you've lost all your gains and you go back and you used to be deadlifting like 120 and now you can only deadlift like 20 pounds and you're like, fudge muffin. What's even the point? But the point is that we make our own point. So I'm back and I'm here and I'm hanging out and I'm doing some AI. Figured I'd start with just some pretty simple, really laid back something or other. Oh, I'm looking on Twitch right now and it's not even working. Am I even streaming right now? I'm talking, but y'all can't see me. Wow. I mean, it really is. That is the best introduction. The best way to come back. That's the best way for this show to come back, is just a big old stupid snafu like that. I'm glad y'all stuck around for that ridiculousness. Anyway, it's not working on Twitter. We're on there anyway, because they're like, what the fudge muffin is happening? I'm really interested now. Well, if anyone is watching on Twitch, which I'm not even sure any people are watching here, and y'all want to go and see if it's working on Twitter and give me feedback on that, that'd be cool. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter. No one's here, and who cares? This will be recorded, so if you're watching this after it aired, hello, welcome. My name is Lee. As I said, I've been gone for a month, so just trying to slog my way back into engagement land. And while I'm doing that, I think I'm just going to do some pretty laid back stuff today. I was going to play with Firefly. I'm a little late. I think most everyone has played with it already, but I was going to play with Firefly, give my 2 cents because, you know, nobody cares. And then I was gonna try to do this thing that Claire Silver put out. And that was kind of the reason why I decided to stream today, because you can't see, but I have like 2 rooms of furniture in one room or still undergoing construction. So, but I figured I might as well start. And she did a little like animation thing using some sort of coding using ChatGPT, and it's gonna be ridiculously stupid watching me try to do it. Then I try and figure it out because it looked like it was a little bit of fun. And why not? We can learn something new today. So that's what we're doing. So for those of you who haven't seen Firefly yet, I'll go ahead and share. God, I hope I can do this. I hope this is like okay. Some betas are like, don't share it, but I didn't see. Sharing my screen. I'm just going to do my entire screen. Okay, so there we are. And there I am in the corner. So here it is. This is, and if people are chatting, I apologize. Oh, people are just liking it. I have to keep going and checking in. Oh, it really sucks. The visuals on Twitter really suck. Oh, I just got DM'd by Illustrata. Hi, Illustrata. She just DM'd me and she says it's not as fun because you can't comment. It's not as fun. Yeah, it's weird that you can't comment. It's not like what do you call it? What's that other thing? TikTok? I wonder if you can add TikTok as a destination. Oh, you can. Maybe I should do that. I mean, why not? I don't have a TikTok account. I do, but I don't know what it is. So next time. Anyway. Okay, so Twitter's no fun, but whatever. I'll keep it up. Doesn't matter. It'll be the thing to make people want to come here and be like, Amelia, why are you doing this? It's crazy. Okay, so the main thing so I've only played with it a little bit because I like to do sort of like like pseudo unboxing on this show with new tools, like AI UI unboxing. So you can see my reactions as I go. And so I only played with it a little bit to sort of make a text effect for a thing. But what I mainly noticed in my little bit of playing was that it's a lot of tease and not a lot of give so far, which is fine. I understand that. I'm definitely not like downing it because of that. But the things that I'm kind of most excited about or most interested to see how they do it, or like this vector work that they're talking about, and maybe text to brush, and then maybe this text to template. I mean, what's interesting is that like all of these things already exist and can be done, obviously, right? But the idea, I'm assuming from Adobe's point of view, is that, well, if we can integrate all of these things into one happy tool that can then, be integrated right into like our Photoshop and our other products, like people are gonna probably want to use that. It's much easier than jumping from tool to tool to tool. So I totally can understand that. The other interesting thing about this is that I'm going to find it. Is this whole thing of commercially safe AI. And I think it's great that they're working towards it. I'm not sure. I'm trying to find it. Open. Oh, here we go. So they say that their training data was used off of Adobe stock images, openly licensed content, and public domain consent where copyrights have expired. I think that that's still pretty vague, especially since it's a closed source thing and you kind of have to take their word for it. And what does really openly licensed mean to them? I don't know. And then, of course, a lot of stock people are kind of like, well, you're using my stock images, but do you really have the license to that? And I guess they do. And they're also talking about, for people who do feel like that, they are saying that, right now this stuff is beta and none of the images that were used in the stock are being given like any sort of compensation because it's beta and you're technically not allowed to use it for any sort of commercial stuff. But what I've seen them talking about is that when it does go live and all that kind of stuff, that artists that are used in the training will get some sort of compensation. They haven't said what that will be. It's hard to imagine it'll be anything of any real monetary value, but who knows? I don't know what kind of compensation thing that they're setting up. But, you know, they're trying. They're trying. So, great. We're all on a road to figuring out the best way to use these products. So, that is their thing. Now, the other thing to know about this is that I'm not going to be able to figure it out unless I make something and then look it up, is that they're doing something to the images that you make on here that somehow behind the scenes, I know it's so cool to hear me talk about this stuff because I'm like a super expert on it all. And I talk super smart. But something happens, and I'll just show it to you. We'll talk about it when it happens so that I can actually say what it is. So anyway, let's start with the text effects, right? Because that's kind of like, wait, I have access, bitch. Oh, okay, I gotta sign in. Taking off screen. I'm signing in. Just sitting here trying to get on this. I accept. I say. I accept. Next. I know, I did all this before. Okay. Bring it back over here. Okay, so... Oh, you can comment on the post? Oh, but then I'd have to go... I'm sorry, I jumped in on... I am also on Twitch. I am replying to Illustrata's comment on my cool Twitter. I mean, it's kind of fun though. Especially when you're just need engagement. A month away from Twitter is like... It's basically just death. It's basically like I died. That's right. Okay. So, So you can, and so here you put your text in. So I'll just put my name, and then you describe the effects. So it's really hard because I immediately am like, oh, look at that. I'll just copy that thing behind. But what do I want? I'm trying not to look at it. What do I want the text to be made out of? Okay, so let's try to break it, right? I'll show you some of the things that I was kind of like, I always try to break it and then I get upset that it doesn't work the way that I want to instead of appreciating it for what it actually does. Okay, so. Ooh, okay. Describe the text effects. A coral reef with clownfish and sharks. Like this probably isn't gonna work. Like how would it work? But let's see what happens. Okay, so. I mean, it kind of did it. I mean, it did a pretty good job. I mean, it's kind of an easy thing. Okay, so here's my main takeaway from these text effects. Give it a little background, whatever. It's pretty cool, but it's kind of, and like, it's cool because for people who don't know how to use Photoshop, etc., this would be a really cool thing. It's like, wow, it looks like words and it has this cool picture thing around it. But it's basically just a mask of the words, right? Like all that's going on here is that they're creating an image and then throwing on a mask of the type on top of it, as opposed to the actual picture, like creating the letter. And I guess what I mean by that is sometimes you kind of get it. Look at this one. It's like it's trying to kind of make this part of the a fish, but you can see how it's like things are cut off. Like it's basically just a mask over an image, as opposed to like the coral being built up. Coral that is in the shape of an M. It is a picture of coral and fish that has a mask of an M over it. So still pretty cool, right? Because like if you don't know how to do masking, and sometimes it does kind of like try to make the pieces into the shape of the thing. Like it's like, oh, I'm going to put a fish here. It kind of does that sometimes. And that can be kind of fun. And if you're not doing something like this, but you're doing just a generic effect like balloon, it works. I mean, kind of. Well, I guess not even that. This is kind of a bad. Why is it doing this? Why is it doing such a bad balloon? A pink gold balloon. Instead of just making it look like a 3D balloon, it's kind of like all long, weird, and all over the place, which is also kind of cool. It tends to have a very specific, weird kind of conglomeration of styles together. But anyway, you can make it tight, which means you get rid of all of this like stuff on the outside, and it makes it really tight. Or you can make it loose, or medium is in between. And loose is kind of like where you have more stuff coming out of it, and it looks a little bit, yeah, like little whirly durlies or whatever that's supposed to be. I don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If you do like blue and yellow feathers, something, it kind of looks better. Hi, Crypto. Hi, Sly. How are you doing? Ugh, my favorite person. So here you can see like it kind of lets it come out a little bit out of a little bit over like the cut of the letter itself and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, honestly, that's like my biggest takeaway with this, is that it's kind of cool. I don't know if I would use it. I'm okay. I am trying to get back into the groove after being away. You know, I feel bad because I was just complaining about how it feels like I'm dead because I was away from Twitter for like a month, and now it's like I'm dead, and like what's the point of even being there? And poor Sly lost her account. Like they deleted her account a month or two ago. She had to start from zero, and she did. And I gotta tell you, if that happened to me, I might not. I don't know. If that ever, I mean, seriously, serious kudos. Though I do wonder, Sly, like, is it that much different? Thanks. Thank you, Sly. Like, is it that much different? Like, even though you now only have 500 followers versus how many thousands you had before, you still have all the people that actually interacted with you. And like, is your engagement, like, are the people you interact with, is it that much different? Or is it kind of just like, it's just a number in the background and it doesn't really affect your life and your Twitter space at all? I'm curious. That's kind of what I feel like. I was like, if I lost it, there's really only like 20 people I interact with on Twitter anyway. So I don't know if it would be, what are these little blinking lights at the bottom of this chat? I don't know. Okay, anyway, whatever, doesn't matter. So I don't know if I'm just slowly getting to a point of like not being blown away by AI technology anymore, or if it's actually not worthy of being blown away by at this point with Adobe, with this particular feature. For me, it was kind of cool, but I don't know. Nice. So it actually worked better for you. Great. Great, great, great. Great, 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 great. That's what she says. I mean, great. Okay, so yeah, so like what would be really cool would be like the way I envision letters being made out of something. And there's actually something that does this, and I forget what it's called. And now I want to find it. And and this is what happens on this show. Searching through the 500 Ben bytes that I have, and I'm not going to be able to. It'll be fonts, wouldn't be letter, right? Nope. Fonts, text, maybe it would be text. Oh, everything's gonna come out. It's gonna be text 2, text 2, text 2. Oh well, it exists. There's a thing that exists that you can test where it actually like makes a letter look like, oh my god, it's gonna freaking kill me. And now I have to look it up. Okay, AI that makes letter look like image. I'm just not gonna be able to find it. And there's not enough people on here to tell me what's the thing I'm thinking of. I don't want to text to image. Oh my gosh, guys, this is so annoying. Okay, I have to play that song again because we have to get the Herman's Hustle to try to figure this out. I'm gonna search one more time. Logo. I'm gonna searching logo. I might have found it. Word as image. Word as image. All you needed was Herman's Hustle to get you there, and it'll get you there. It is. Boom. Bum, 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 ba-na-na-na-na, bum, bum, bum. So this thing, and there's another thing that came out that looks even better, and it does an even better job, but I can't find it. I'm not going to go look for it. Or maybe I am. I say that, and then I go off on a tangent, and I'm like, oh, no. We need to find it. This isn't exactly what I want it to be either, but I'm going to play this again because I'm crazy. But it's a little bit more interesting. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know if I get kicked off just for... I found it. Oh my god, guys. Why am I so amazing? Okay. These don't exist yet though, but these are both code coming soons, which is so annoying. Tiki liked my singing. I bet she could do it. Oh my gosh, Sly, you should play Herman's Hustle to Tiki, and maybe they'll learn it and they'll start singing it, and then their whole life will just be a constant going motion like this. But this is kind of something that I think is like how I imagine Tiki. I love it. Oh my god, he's such a cutie. Okay. But this is more how I imagine making like a word, a word and using So like here, like let's say this, if we did unicorn with rainbow hair. Does a pretty good job actually of trying. It does a pretty good job here to try. I apologize, Adobe. You are semi-attempting to do it. You're making this part of him into the top of the A. I see that. The L is not. The I kind of is doing it for sure. This is kind of doing it. So it's attempting it. This does it a lot better. So you can see, except I don't know how to zoom, but it's like, this is a C, this is an actual lamp, but it's in this, like the thing of an A. This is coffee, but it's in the shape. This is an actual snake that's in the actual shape of an S, the mermaid. So that's kind of more how like I envision how you would make letters. Look how great this is. This is more up my alley of what I would look for. Yeah, exactly, Sly. It just looks like weird feathers that were glued on there. And that's how I find a lot of them are with that one. This thing is doing a lot better job. It's not out yet. It doesn't exist. It's just there to make us all wish that we could use it, and we can't. But I think this was kind of like my idea when I was going into this text thing, and so I was kind of unenchanted with it as a tool, pretty much. But you know, sometimes I think like their things kind of work. They have some sample effects you can do that might like work a little bit better. I mean, not really. Maybe if you do it tight. Burner. But I mean, that just looks like it just looks like a mask of Omni over a picture of flowers, which, you know, I could do really easily in Photoshop. But here it allows you, if you don't have Photoshop skills, to do it without that. So that's always great. It's always great. I won't diss it. It's letting people use things that, you know, again, probably like recolor vectors. Someone would be like, I can recolor a vector in Illustrator. Like, why do people need this? But being able to do it really quickly with something like that will be great. It's not out yet. It's not yet. The cool things are not out yet, but it's fine. Okay, so then their text to image thing. Let's see, let's go back. Let's generate some stuff. What I've kind of found with it is, why is it not letting me generate? I'm logged in. Generate. Oh, I typed down here. It's just gives you some immediate like things if you like it, I guess. You click on it and then it comes, oh, okay. So if you click on one of those, if you're out of ideas, it has some like stock ideas. Oh, I really like this flower. And then you click on it and it kind of opens up. And then you can change a bunch of stuff to it. So to get an idea. And what's interesting about this is that what's kind of nice about this is, I would say that the quality of it is very like basic, like SD 1.4 maybe, with when you're like not that great at prompting yet. And it definitely, this has a bit of a different prompting language, so I'm not particularly good at it. So that's why stuff isn't coming out that great. But what's nice about it is that for people who are just coming into the AI world and maybe don't have like a great feel of prompting, like how to get what they're looking for, what Adobe's trying to do is to give you kind of like a UI that gives you quick and fast like filters. So And what you do is you can put your prompt in and it's going to run it again almost as kind of like as if it had the same seed. And what I mean by that is like when you're running in Midjourney or you're running in Stable Diffusion or running in any of these other things and you're doing like test work on your prompts, you'll usually keep the same seed. And that basically means like you want it to run exactly the same, but so that when you're making changes, you can actually see what the changes you're putting on there are doing to the image. Whereas if you don't keep the same seed, it's going to be using different ways to interpret it each time. Like the same way that if you run a prompt and you don't keep the same seed, you'll get kind of a different interpretation the whole time. If you run a prompt and you use the same seed, you'll get the exact same interpretation. So then if you're making a change to the prompt or to the settings, you can actually see how those changes are affecting how the AI is reading them, basically. And so I can be like, okay, well, I want this to be a photo. Can I say that I want it to be a photo? Or is this not going to let me click on it? He's in with it. Over in the harbor, you know. The trouble is... Oh, there you go. Polly is polyamorous. Great song. Everyone go look it up. So it doesn't really do a great job of making a photo, but it's definitely applying some sort of background. Like I have no idea what this is in the prompt. It's probably just like photo or something. I don't know what it is, but it's applying something to this prompt to change it to try to make it look more like a photo. So that was with the photo. That was with none. Looks better without none. Because it has paint maximalism in it. Photo was probably not even a great thing to put with it, so maybe we'll try art and see how much that changes it. Just gives it kind of like a more Midjourney feel, I guess. Paying for it. So we'll see that. And then I don't know what happened if we hit graphic. Polly is polyamorous. Trouble is looks very similar. So it's like not really making much of a switch. Graphic art. There you go. You can kind of see the differences right next to each other. Kind of like the nun. Let's keep it with art. And then you can look at styles and they have all these styles, right? And you can do all. So you have like steampunk, synthwave, vaporwave, ooh, science fiction. Like, this is the stuff that people really like in their AI art. Oh, vaporwave me, you know? So let's vaporwave it. We need it to be vaporwaved. It's AI art. I need it to be vaporwaved. It's AI NFT. I want it to be a vaporwave. I'm gonna make it vapor. It's doing it, but I don't really see it changing. Trouble. The trouble is, did it change it at all? Generate? The trouble is, sounds good, but it's not so glamorous. The song is about a guy who falls in love with a woman named Polly, and she's polyamorous. And at first, it's kind of cool, and he's into it. But then he realizes he's not polyamorous, and it's a big downer for him. So, sad. Okay, well, that doesn't really change much, does it? Maybe if we do something that's it's already kind of vaporwave, so it's kind of a stupid thing. Oh no, I woke him. He fell asleep that quickly between when I was singing before. Okay, so let's try something that's like that's kind of like against its current style. Oh my god, this is such a good song, guys. This is such a good song. I should like write out all the songs that I'm listening to while I'm going to right now. This is weird, but I'm going to do it. Okay, the first one I started talking to was Polyamory by Bonaparte. This is like if you're listening later, if you're watching later and you want to listen along to the songs that I'm listening to. And the one that I'm listening to right now is The Last Razor Master are all nuts. And it's getting really exciting. Okay, Steampunk didn't seem to really do anything. Wait, hold on. I didn't hit generate. I don't know if I want to do the thing that I said that I was going to do with Claire. And I don't think there's enough people here interested for me to do it anyway. And I might just play with this and then play with some stable diffusion stuff. Okay, so really see how this... It has a real hard time applying some styles that are like against right, because that was that. It added some like yellow, I guess. Oh, what happened? First time chat. Oh, amazing. Yes, please. I would love your promotion. I don't want it. I love it when spam comes into my stream. Okay. He's the last laser master. Okay, so it kind of makes it, I don't know, it doesn't really do much. We're definitely doing something, but it's not, but also kind of cool because it's, you know, it's just changing a little bit. It's just giving you a little something, something. I'm going to take that out. Doesn't really have a lot of I know. I'm a alpha sign, like I am a freak about beta signups. Sly's like, how do I get access? I spend too much time looking at reading newsletters about AI and signing up for everything. And my email is insane. And I had to start a new email just for all the things that I signed up for. Yeah, MJ has been rough since V5 came out. It has been rough. You have to use fast. I think they're, I mean, I'm not going to make an assumption, but I think that they are trying to make people pay more money. Which is kind of crazy because it's like a beta, right? But at the same time, we're all using it for like our professional work. Maybe, hello, Estrada. You sign up. You know what? Maybe you just have to put like streamer or like something in like your bio of your Twitter. Maybe that's why I get it. Even though no one like watches my streams. Don't tell them that. Or you just miss them. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the problem is I'll get access to something and I'll be so excited. And then I'll come on like the Adobe Firefly and I'll play with it for a few minutes and I'll be like, oh, okay. Well, I don't really see how I can implement this into anything yet. I'll just go back to Auto 111. It's not. I know, I don't have enough time either. I wish I had a job where my whole job was just to try new stuff. Wouldn't that be great? Hint, hint. Anybody? People who want to hire me to do that, maybe? I would do it for you. I would. Okay, like cubism. That should be something that's pretty easy. I'm manifesting that hard. George. I wholeheartedly suggest retirement too. Okay, so cubism just makes it look like Dolly. Okay, so let's see. This might be too hard because it's like has a very specific It's like saying its point. So let's try this. Let's try this. Let's do our own and let's do something really perfect. This is really, really easy. Okay, so boom. It's just a thing. It doesn't have any style attached to it already. It's sticking with our theme from before, which is great. There's nothing applied, so let's make it Toko. Hello. Hello, Toko. I'm playing with Adobe Firefly and I am being unimpressed. I think this is why I don't get a lot of partnerships. Everyone's like, don't give Amelie our beta because she'll just go on and be like, I don't know, this is kind of boring, guys. Okay, so no, again, as I say it, it's a really cool tool. Is that a thing? I don't know what that, oh no, it's a little hand thing. So it shows up on there. It's a really cool tool for onboarding, but I think for people who are pretty hard into AI stuff already, it's kind of a bit of a, okay, we've seen and been doing this for 8 months and doing it better. So it's like not as exciting, but okay. So let's take out of the prompt any sort of, actually, let's do exploding flower again. It's pretty easy, right? Or let's take out all of the things in the prompt that stylize it at all. And let's see. I feel like if you have stylization in the prompt, it has a hard time. It did not pick up exploding very well, but it did in that one. It has a hard time reading its own styles that it's given itself to do. Okay, so let's see if I hit art. Will it figure out exploding better? To be true, then I was gonna you a little bit, but not really. And it's hard because, okay, so refresh, when you hit refresh, that's gonna re-roll it with a new seed. So when you when you add something on and you hit generate, it's adding it on, it's keeping the same seeds, right? So you can really see how things are changing. Oh, you can rate results. I'm gonna rate these results. Bad. Oh, I should have been doing this the whole time. Not relevant to prompt. Bad. Not relevant to prompt. Okay, well, I'm not going to do this while y'all are watching. Like, why is this? I am going to do it while you're watching. This was pretty good, I guess. Sure, I'll give it a thing. It worked well. Prompt accurately interpreted. Okay. So as I was saying, when you refresh it, re-rolls. You don't remember. So we're starting with an incredibly simple prompt. And now we added art and it kind of does something. Let's add photo. And I'm sure it's not going to be able to do it because it's a photo and it's just seeing flower. And it's just going to be like, flower. But because we didn't hit refresh, it's using the same stuff. And it was able to do one, right? Don't continue this shitty. Just rocking out to some Billie Eilish on Twitch. I'm 37. Okay. I'm gonna refresh and see what happens. Make me fucking sad. And it is definitely like photo. We're not going to go into any sort of fantasy lands. No one in reality would blow up a flower. So we're not going to make a flower for you that looks like it's exploding because this is a photograph. And it's kind of like, come on, y'all. And I would rate all of these, but I'm not going to let y'all, I'm not going to make y'all sit through that. Okay, so what happens if we hit graphic and then we re-roll it? Okay, when you put in graphic, it figures it out. Nice. Great job, graphic. Rerolled it with graphic and it did a great job. Okay, so now, so this is something to keep in mind when you're using something like Firefly that has these different sort of contents and stylization types. If you're throwing them on top of what you're doing, right, but you're starting out with something that is more expressive or isn't something that's really going to be thought of as realism, even though wouldn't it be pretty cool if there was a realistic photo-like picture of a flower exploding? I'm sure you could do it in MJ. Everyone go try and send it to me. But with this kind of thing, it's not going to interpret it. It's going to interpret it. It's going to take out the thing like exploding if you put it on photo. So just be sure to like refresh. So now that I refreshed and I re-rolled it with a graphic, and so it allowed it to be a little bit more broad, right? Maybe now I could put it on photo and generate it with like the basically what I was saying. Well, they'll do it with the same seed. I didn't hit refresh, right? I would have just hit generate and or I just hit photo and it redid it as a photo. And then now it's giving it a photorealistic feel, but it's also interpreting the exploding part that when I hit graphic allowed it to do. Does that make sense? So I'm going to show that to you again. So I'm going to keep photo. I'm going to hit refresh, which means I'm re-rolling. I'm starting with a new seed. I'm letting it basically interpret my prompt and my content type from scratch. I can't listen to Billy and talk to y'all at the same time. I'm just going to start singing. That's not helpful. Oh my gosh. And now I completely lied. Is it somehow understanding? Well, it's doing a better job. But 5 seconds ago, I did this a bunch of times and it was not understanding the word exploding. And now it's being like, Omni, thanks for making fun of us on Twitch. Guess what? You're an idiot. And I guess I am, because now it's doing it. It's doing an exploding flower. Was it because I didn't have photo on at all and I had none? Let's try that. I don't know. Okay, and I had nothing on. That's when it was having trouble. And then I put photo. Okay, well, whatever. If you run into a problem with it having that, just refresh it with a thing that allows it, that interprets it better. A graphic or art is going to interpret less realistic stuff better. But again, I could be talking out of my ass. I really thought I had something there. I was feeling pretty cool about myself as I was talking to you, and I was like, I do have something to contribute. And people could learn something from me. And then 5 seconds in and I'm like, okay, I'm just being an idiot. And now the graphics doing a terrible job at it. That's not even doing a floating flower. I don't know. This is stupid. Why? Well, now I'm just obsessed with. Refresh it. Refresh it. Don't just do it. Refresh it. Give me an exploding flower. Make it beautiful. Okay, cool. Whatever. Okay, so anyway, I did all the styles. These are all the styles. And we'll hit pixel art. I think that what is for dinner? What's for dinner for you, Sly? For dinner for me, I think it's going to be boring. This is going to be some turkey and some... It does a really good job, actually, with the pixel stuff. Oh. Do you think this was food? Oh, it sounded like clinking eating. It's because I have a metallic straw. Earth first. Earth first. Hi, Booby. You want to come up? Oh, buddy. I'm sorry. Come here. You can do it. Come here. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Come on. Okay. Hi. Hi. I know. I know. I know. It's crazy. What is she doing? She's just hanging out and being an idiot. Okay. Pea soup? That sounds good. Did it have ham in it? I like split pea soup with ham. Did you? And you can't send them on here, huh? Put them on my Twitter. Put them in the post, the Twitter post. Okay. So did a pretty good job with this pixelation thing. Great. Great, great, great. So this was, let's take it off. It's going to rewrite it? No, it's fine. What about 3D art? How's it going to do? Oh, pixel and 3D art? See, now I might be breaking it a little bit. Generate. Okay, so made it little. This one, that second pixel art one. I mean, it's kind of doing a little bit. Added 3D on there. Okay, so let's take this off. Let's make it a pencil drawing and see what happens. If you want to know what I'm saying to now, this is a new thing that I'm going to do, guys. It's crazy. That kind of looks just like a Photoshop filter to me, which is great. I mean, cool. Okay, so let's refresh it and see what happens. I feel like the more you do it where you don't refresh and you let it generate on top of the existing thing, like you don't do a re-roll, that it looks more like a weird Photoshop filter. Whereas if you re-roll it, then it starts to look like an actual like semi-cohesive image. So if you put together like a collage, so it's kind of cool. I mean, it makes it easy. You know, I think the problem is that then when things get made, collage is kind of cool. When things get made to be kind of this easy click and play, you get a lot of similar stuff. But now mostly what I'm doing is just typing off what I'm listening to. So everyone can know. I know it's important. But it's interesting. I mean, it's interesting. It's kind of cool. So, okay. So here's where I wanted to do a little, so I want to go back. I liked this. How do I undo? You can't undo. I think that's something that would be nice. And there's no place where it like keeps your images, which is also kind of interesting. Boo. Now I'm like trying to get something that I kind of like. I don't know. I don't usually work with flowers, so why not? I don't like any of those. I liked the first one that I did. Okay. Let's do, no. How do you change that? You can't change the, oh, you can change the aspect ratio. Well, I'll just keep it the way it is. It's fine. Okay. Cool. Let's do this middle one. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What I'm doing doesn't matter. Okay. So then I'm going to put on like collage and I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter. What I really wanted to look at was this other thing that they do. That's part of this whole thing, which is their, like, oh, this kind of turned this into kind of a weird, interesting thing. Okay, so let's say I'm like, oh my God, I love this. This is the most amazing thing. You tweeted me? Let's look. Oh, you didn't put it on my thing. You just tweeted me regular. Okay. I'm also, okay. Where did you tweet me? Did you send it to me in a thing? Okay, I have to go into my, oh, I mean, they're not hugely, okay, so everyone. I mean, they're, you know, whatever, but they look like they look more photorealistic than the, actually, they do look more digital. Definitely look like a digital art. Doesn't quite look like photorealism. But, you know, there it is. And then you have this. Let's say this is what I was like, oh my God, that's exactly what I wanted. A pot with little thingies coming out of it. And this is like my artistic expression to my fucking essence. I'm going to download it. Okay, and then you get this thing. So this is the thing that I wanted to talk about. See this thing that says promoting transparency in AI. Adobe is committed to promoting transparency around content generated with AI tools like Adobe Firefly. When downloading content generated with Firefly, content credentials will be included. Adobe will include content credentials with all AI-generated content to let people know it was generated with AI. Learn more about content credentials. Okay, because I was like, what? This is weird. Okay, content credentials are a set of editing history and attribution details. Toko. Does what do paint and release stuff? It does this. So we got watercolor. Oh, but I have all these other things on here. Yes, it does. So let's generate a watercolor exploding flower. Actually does some other cool stuff that I didn't go over that I got sidetracked to by this content creation thing. So there's it is. It's watercolor. I could refresh it so that it's not trying to keep the same seed. But let's see, you have, so it's kind of watercolor. It's the, you know, I mean, oops, I don't want to do this. I wanted to see if it would make it bigger. I mean, kind of. It looks more like bad digital watercolor, but there's like an oil painting. Which it's trying to do on the same thing. And we can make this really easy and we could just do cat. This is oil painting, I guess. Kind of looks more digital than oil. You can add things like bold lines. But yeah, so it's got popular movements, which are like these synthwave, cyberpunk. Like all of them are basically like NFT movement. I mean, not really, but there's Baroque. Baroque is one on there, but there's not a whole lot of movements. Themes, just like cartoon low poly. So it's got a lot of stuff that you can kind of mess with and play with. If anyone wants me to try one of them, I am more than happy to do so. Materials, you do it with, you do like a, yeah, an NFT and digital styles. Yeah. I just think like vaporwave, cyberpunk, steampunk. And then it has these like materials, which are very like layered paper, wood carving, fabric. But it does have, okay, so let's do this. Let's do, we can do color and tone. So we can make it like pastel. See how that works. It's the children who are wrong. Children who are wrong. Children who are wrong. So there you go. You get some pastel, or from like, I don't want freaking pastel. What are you talking about? Let's do black and white. So like that kind of stuff. And then it has something called lighting, which is, yeah, the black and white doesn't really work. Well, again, I'd have to refresh it. I don't think it works as well trying to add things on things as opposed to re-rolling. But even black and white and re-roll is having a hard time. Probably because I have bioluminescence in there as well. Woot Firefly. Ooh, Firefly fan. Okay. Tell us what you like about it, Hell on Earth. You can change your tones, and then you can do like lighting, composition, macro photography, and I want the lighting to be dramatic. I'm going to generate it. And it's going to be like, I'm trying to make all of me add this to all these things that already exist. You cray? You cray? It's fast. Okay. Okay. I can give you that. It is fast. It is fast. So I don't really know if dramatic lighting is really coming in. Backlighting, that would be a pretty easy thing to. I'm gonna take bioluminescence out of here because it's probably, would be an easy thing to see if it actually figures out by backlighting. It wasn't refreshed though, so it's fine. Okay, kind of got it a little bit, sort of got it a little bit. So there you go. I mean, that's kind of it. Okay, so then let's go to, again, let's say, having a hard time with this one. Let's say this fluffy flower in the sky is cool. Yeah, I was saying I think it's a cool tool for onboarding people into AI, especially people who struggle with prompting. They're definitely trying to make it sort of as easy as possible, giving people a lot of different effects that are already in here. And it's kind of just a click and go. And that's great. I think if you've been using AI for a year or so and you have a lot more of you're already using a bunch of the tools and are pretty like into it, that it's kind of underwhelming at this point. But probably for the majority of people who aren't big old nerds like me, and maybe are just figuring out about AI and maybe just kind of like coming into it, I like the user face. I think it's a really interesting, I think it's a really easy way for people to sort of get started, and be able to feel like they have more freedom, like testing things out. So anyway, okay, so let's go back to this whole thing though that they're doing. So let's say, oh gosh, this flower, man, I love this flower and it speaks to me and I want to. It's true. People still send me the emails even though I do these things and I'm kind of like, I don't know, it's all right. Oh, there's a show similar thing. Let's try that. We didn't try that yet. Okay. I mean, this is an old one, guys, but Go listen to it because I'm listening to it right now. Y'all remember it, right? Y'all remember when this song came out. Okay, I think as a way to get images that can further be developed with image to image in PA. Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah. So they don't have anything up yet, like their little thing that they have up, their marketing thing that shows like a lot of the cool stuff. And you're like, oh, that's kind of cool. I'm kind of interested in that. It's really just a big teaser right now. The beta, all you can do is a text to image and a text to like text kind of thing. All those in painting, out painting, all of that kind of stuff, they haven't released yet, even to the beta. So, they're like text to brush and like some of the things where it's kind of like, oh, that's interesting. I haven't seen that yet. Not out. So maybe that's why I'm a little underwhelmed too. Anyway, I'm going to get to this point. Yes, a lot like GPT image reading, a lot like every AI drop that when you go to it, or like Gen 1 and you like go to it and you on the Twitter page and you see it and you're like, damn, that is crazy. And then you get the beta and you go in and you're like, oh, this is they put a lot more work into it, and most of this stuff isn't released yet. That did look the most exciting, but whatever, it's fine. It's fine. It's still just happy to be here. Okay, so back to this whole thing, where Adobe is making some moves. I don't know if you saw this, but Adobe and a bunch of other people started this like, I can't tell you about it, but I'll talk about it. It'll talk about it in this thing. Okay, so whenever you try to download anything off of this Firefly, you get this little thing I started talking about before I got sidetracked. Promoting transparency in AI. Okay, so basically when you download this, let's go back to learn more about content creation credentials. And I'll just read, because that's what people do on Twitch, right? They just read websites. Are sets of editing history and attribution details associated with content that can be included with that content at export or download. By providing extra context about how a piece of content was produced, they can help content producers get credit and help people viewing the content make more informed, trusted decisions about it. Content credentials can be viewed by anyone when their respective content is published to a supporting website and inspected with dedicated tools. When downloading an image generated in Adobe Firefly or submitting it to Firefly Gallery, minimal, non-identifying content credentials that let people know it was generated with AI will be included. This is meant to help promote transparency around content generated with AI tools like Adobe Firefly. Content credentials are an implementation of a developing open standard for adding provenance data to digital content, led by the Coalition for Content Provenance and Authenticity. This implementation is led by Adobe's Content Authenticity Initiative. So that was I was trying to be like a promoting voice. Did I do really good? So this is in the Content Authenticity Initiative. This is a big thing. I don't know if you guys saw this. That was created. Everybody's on board. They became this thing. My feelings are mixed. My feelings are mixed. One, I think as a creative using the tools, it's rough when they call just the word authenticity is kind of rough for me. That's a good question. I will look that up, Helen. I will try that in a second. I also forgot to test like artists and stuff. I think it does a pretty good job of not including like picking up artist styles if you put in artist names. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about this a lot because honestly, my feelings are mixed about it. I think it's a good direction to go in, but I also, because like there's a lot of different stuff that goes on with AI. Like obviously with writing, like when you look at like, you know, all these news organizations and stuff were into this. It's like, yeah, we want to be able to have something that can be like, guys, this is fake news because that could, you know, just destroy governments or whatever. Not that anyone would take the time to look it up because no one takes the time to look it up now anyway. And when things are flagged as fake, people don't believe that it's fake. But good to have anyway, I guess. But I think it's hard with the creative stuff. I know that I think when you, and someone can at some point correct me about this or not, but I think when you make something in Photoshop, there's a semi-certain thing like this that happens, the content credentials, but you apply it. So like you can put like your name or like some information about it that you want in there, and it'll kind of save it. And then it's like saved to the metadata of your JPEG or whatever. But in this case, it just automatically is like AI, which is fine, but it's also, I don't know. It's like, does a digital artist have to say that they made it using like Procreate? So it's kind of, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I'm not like I wouldn't not use a product because they did it, because at the same time I'm not like ashamed to use AI. But what I am interested in is like how much this would actually work. Thanks, Hell on Earth. I will. And you know what? I forget to take it down. And then you have to deal with seeing your comment up there this whole time, and that's embarrassing. So I will take it down. I also do a real shit job of putting up, this is what they say. I do it because I don't think people who watch afterwards can see it, and also it's like a highlight thing. But then I forget about it. With the I'm sorry. Don't be embarrassed by typos. I have Twitter Blue, and I still, everything I write is typos. I have the ability to edit, and I don't do it because it takes too much time. Okay, so anyway, that's my feeling of it. And I was interested to see if I downloaded something and then like how much this actually really works. Like, could someone just, and I feel bad, I'm not trying to break it. I'm just genuinely curious how much it pulls through. So if I continue with this and I download this, sure, this is desktop, sure. And then I go to Stable Diffusion. I do like an image to image. Oh, it also stamps it right now, which is fine. This is 5x12, and I just go exploding flower. I mean, this is going to be awful. Well, it's not even going to freaking work because I've been having this thing happen to. Oh, good. There, it's working. In the sky. In the sky, because we want to make sure that the sky is a part of it. I'm spending all this time on the Adobe thing, and I'm not going to get to the other stuff. And that's what always happens on this show. It's fine. Doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm just going to run. I don't give a crap about what it looks like. I don't really care about the output. I don't care about anything. I'm just going to generate it. And this may or may not work because I moved my GitHub to a different hard drive to make it have more space, and it looks like it just made it not work at all. So we're just gonna pretend like this never happened. We're gonna stop this. stop, 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 stop. And then we are going to go back into just our regular RC drive. It didn't work. The thing I tried to do earlier didn't work, and that's okay. We're gonna open it up here, and that's gonna be fine. We're all gonna be okie dokie. We're all gonna be just okie dokie. And while we open that up and we kind of let that run, we'll go back into Adobe Firefly here, and we'll try some of those lines. We'll see if we can make a Gucci bag. See if it works. Let's see if we can make a Gucci bag. Oh, really? I left the original in the other drive, so maybe we'll see if the original works. So let's do a Gucci bag in the style of a Gucci bag. Let's just say, let's see. It's interesting. Why would they not have Van Gogh work? Well, I did a bag, and it didn't really do a Van Gogh. None. Van Gogh. Van Gogh. It kind of can do, I mean, it's obviously not going to have a logo on it. I don't really know what, I bet it doesn't do like Mickey Mouse, though. Mickey Mouse prompt is too short? Exploding flower isn't? Mickey Mouse, cute. Oh no, yeah, see Mickey Mouse, not Mickey and a mouse. But yeah, they definitely don't let you do like Spider-Man on the beach. I think anything that you couldn't find in like Adobe stock, you couldn't really find. Kind of fake bags. I mean, aren't they all? No. Yeah. You definitely can't do anything like that. It's just like generic stuff. You can't make memes. It's not a meme maker. It is not a meme maker. Let's all be real. It is not a meme maker. Okay, let's see if this works now. So basically I wanted to see was if, yeah, the text stuff we did earlier, it's not, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Again, my take on it is simply, it's, you know, for people who don't know how to use Photoshop and make like a simple mask. Yeah, review it later. I go into it in some detail and this is why I never get partnerships. But again, I'm not saying it's bad. It's great. It just, for me, it doesn't offer me anything that I wouldn't pay money for it. I mean, I already pay money for Adobe, but I wouldn't pay extra money for it. Of course. Anytime. That's what I'm here for. Okay, so what are we trying to do? Image. Don't lick my shirt. If you can come up, if you want to come up, but don't be a pervo. Come here. Got a doggy on my lap. Okay, so I just want to see. Okay, so I want to test this. Guys, can we just spend the last... Can we spend, after I test this and see if the content awareness thing carries over after stuff has been done to the image, I kind of want to try to make my Hogwarts Legacy character into a photorealistic image. I was trying to do it yesterday. I couldn't do it. It was actually really hard. I thought it was gonna be super easy. And then I was like, damn, this is hard. It's not working. I know I said we were going to play with P5JS, but Can we really figure that out in 40 minutes? I don't think so. Wizards, I think we're gonna do it. Nobody cares, right? Nobody cares. But I do want to do this. I do think this is an important thing to look at really quick. I bet you're good at it. P5JS. Could we figure it out in 50? You probably know how to do it already. Did you see that thing that Claire put up like last week or whatever? And she was like, here's a little P5JS, little cartoony thing. And I was like, that's a fun thing for me to figure out on a show. Maybe I'll do that. And then I said I was going to do it. And now I spent an hour and 20 minutes talking about Adobe Firefly, which I thought was going to take 5 minutes, but it's fine. I've also been singing to music. Oh, guys, what did I do with that stupid picture that of the stupid flower? Okay, here it is. I just want to see this one thing. I think it's important to look at because I think it's important. Okay, so flower, floating flower in the sky. I don't care what it looks like. I'm just trying to do a test of Adobe's ability to track their images, and it might not even work because I might have broken my freaking stupid thing. Are you kidding me? I broke it. I can't believe I freaking broke it. Oh no, it's working. Okay, God, thank God. Oh, I didn't break it. Background image with glitters / would take a while. Okay, I'm just taking I mean, there's no way, right? And then if I save this, I mean, obviously, like, why would I want it to be this, right? It's like completely different. And if I was working with this, why would I then make this? Oh my God, dog. Okay. But let's go back. So, stupid thing. Content creator initiative thing. Okay, so these are the inspect image. Yeah, I mean, but so is MJ. Sorry, Toko. You said it feels good for making stock images. I mean, that's all I use Midjourney for, is like stock imaging. It's great at stock imaging. Okay, so, but this might be better, might be even better. I mean, it's not like you wouldn't really use this and replace, but also it's just, that's a terrible thing. Like if maybe be really good at like a close-up photograph of a martini on a beach table photo. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Boom! Now you got a martini on a beach table because you're doing a website about beaches, and you don't mind if you've got a margarita martini in your website because no one's really looking. This is some sort of cocktail. It's a margarita martini. Some salt on this on the end, and you can make it. I thought there were some. You can make it nostalgic. You know, can add some nostalgia onto there. Just do a nostalgic photo of a close-up photograph of a martini on a beach table, and it looks exactly the same. But now it has a feeling of nostalgia to it. This is a weird one. But yeah, and I don't know what that would be on MJ. It would probably be maybe not quite as good. But yeah, endless stock images. I mean, I think that's the thing that AI disrupted first, is just endless stock images. Okay, I saved this, I think, right? Okay, so yeah, going back to their little thing. So this is a thing. It's in beta. This is their tool where it's like, come in and like check if a photo has like is authentic. Check if something is authentic. And they gave you this test thing, which is a picture of a woman at a computer. It's hard for you guys to see. And then like a social media thing. And they're saying, oh, well, this was made from these two images, this Adobe stock image and this social media image. And I honestly don't. And these are the things that were done to it: a color adjustment, an assets, imported image, a paint tool, a size. And honestly, I don't really know how that works. But apparently, if you put in, so let's just put in the thing that we made, if we can, if it will let us. Stop. Oh, inspect. Inspect. Give me the freaking ability to replace this, biatch. I tried this earlier. Maybe you can't do it yet. Or maybe I just have to pull it over there. Y'all, oh my God, y'all. I'm just trying to see how it works. How this concept works. Show me how it works. Where is my desktop? Here it is. I'm going to put this here and you're going to tell me. There it is. File generated. Okay. AI model used. Firefly. Produced with Adobe Firefly. Okay. So, I mean, pretty obvious. So then what happens? I took that AI thing and I put, okay, so no content credentials are attached. So it doesn't really have the ability to track an image through time or how things are seen through time. I'm clicking on your thing. This, oh, okay. I honestly don't know what I clicked into just now. I have not used this yet. I haven't looked at any of this stuff yet. Is this a thing I should go to if I want to use my P5JS? Top left triangle. Oh, the play button? Ooh, fun. Okay, this is the thing that Claire made. Oh, I don't want to. I have to. I'm going to. Okay. See, I mean, I'm learning something. I'm glad you're here because I would have stared at this and been like, where do I even put this? Okay, but I don't want to use your thing. So if I just go to P5, this is really fun. This is fun. See, I want to learn how to make something like this. That'd be cool. Okay, stop. But I want to just go into my own editor and I don't want to mess up your stuff. So hold on, let me see. If I just do PFJS, P5. I guess we finished with Adobe because this is what's happening now. Editor. I'm just going to replace. This is all I'm doing. Honestly, I'm just doing this right now. Huh? Here it is. Don't know. It's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, though, as far as I can tell. Oh, I'm supposed to be. Am I supposed to be making it do stuff? No, it's supposed to just do it, and it's not doing it. Yeah, I'd have to do a lot of. I think this is a. Is this a 30-minute figure out thing? Is this a 30-minute figure out thing? Hell on earth is? arrow keys. Oh, okay, I click the picture and I do. Oh, and she kind of, and then she goes off screen. I can make it bigger. Oh, I make it bigger. Like this, and then she walks. Oh. Oh, okay. You can do this, but you can make your own little things. Make your own little things. Okay, so if anyone just saw or was paying attention, is interested at all, this is this. And then you just go to this. I didn't make it. Don't get excited, Crypto Witch. I did not make it. But what you can do with this, with these two things, if you take the code that Claire provided, that she made, and you put it into your own little editor, you can make a little, and it comes out like this, but what you can end up doing is make your own, you just replace the images that are in here with your own assets. So you could change the background image. So I guess in order to do that, we're going to have to go into Midjourney real quick, because I mean, we're doing this. This is what we're doing. Hell on Earth is opened up the gamut of the black hole, and now we're doing it. I was going to go play with some Stable Diffusion stuff. I was going to give up on it because I was like, screw this. I don't want to do it. But we're going to do it. So we're going to make a background. And y'all are going to see my work for my stupid... Not my stupid. I love my job. It's amazing. I'm not going to make fun of my job. One of my jobs. Okay, so imagine... Okay, so we got to do a background. And what am I on? I'm in V5, and I don't really know V5 very well. And I guess I'm going to want it to be really long. Maybe... Release the rabbits. We wanted to make rabbits. Okay, so a digital illustration of a rolling... Oh, I can't really see it because of the... Oh, I like it. Okay. Fall into the rabbit hole. We'll release the rabbits. We're going to do a thing about rabbits. Where are rabbits? Where do rabbits hang out? Rabbits hang out in rolling hillside of a countryside state on rolling green hills. In springtime. Village of a countryside estate on rolling green hills with... Well, whatever. We'll see how it does. And then I guess it has to be pretty wide. So like 20... I don't know. 25 by 9? Is that even a thing? Is that even an aspect ratio? I'm going to do it 32 by 9. Are you even going to read that? Oh, I'm on version 4. Okay, let's do it again. Version 4. V5 has been a little temperamental. Oh, but I'm in fast, so it should be okay. Okay, so we'll let it do that. And then we also have to come up with a little animation, right, of a rabbit. So imagine a little rabbit with wearing... Oh, Anthro, I'll do it, imagine. A little anthropomorphic wabbit. Anthropomorphic bunny wearing overalls and a, what do you call those farmers' hats? Like a tweed hat? No, a straw hat on. I've never done like a character study. How do you do character study? Is it like if I want it like on a white background or something? Is it just like a character study? It's not a character design. Character design? What is it? What's this stupid? I guess it would just be 3 by 2, 2 by 3, 2 by 3. White background. Cartoon. She wearing little overalls and a straw hat, and it's cute. Ugh, I'm bad at this stuff I'm bad at MJ. I'm really bad at MJ. Okay, it's not working. It's not even doing anything. So V5 is an unrecognizable argument? Oh, the reason why it's not doing it. Okay, do I have to just put it in my settings? I can't make the argument. Set it. Do I even want V5 at this point? Try them all. Let's try them all. Illustration, drawing, cartoon. It's not work. Okay, okay. Then don't use the V. You're already in there. You're already. Oh. I almost don't even want to use V5. It takes so long. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We'll see. Okay, let's try the little cartoon. The little bunny wabbit. Little bunny rabbit. Rabbit. Imagine him. Let's just imagine him out there in the world. Oh, he's making it. This isn't really going to work aspect ratio wise. Not aspect ratio wise, but like the image is going to look kind of funky having something walk in front of it, I think. Oh, and it has to be from the side, right? Oh, I changed my mind. I'm going to waste all my fast hours doing this. Imagine. Prompt. But it needs to be from the side. They got him though. Got him in little overalls. A little design. Cartoon design of a little anthropomorphic Josh hat. In profile. Full body. Oh, he's so cute. Otherwise it's gonna be like walking like this, facing the camera. I don't want that. Yeah, I don't know how she did the taking steps thing. This is the thing with additive prompting that I haven't really gotten into very well with. So let's do this one. You too. Does that happen to anybody else when they? There's probably like some specific way to name whatever that thing is, whatever this like little thing is. Where'd she go? Where'd she go? Like whatever this is, this position, this style, there's probably some words for it. I don't know what they are. See, this is the problem, is that I don't like this. Okay, we have 20 minutes. See, this is the problem. I don't like this, and I want it to be different. Okay, let's try this. Let's just get the little dude first. We can do the bunny. The bunny can be in a. Yeah, I'll probably have to work on it next time. Probably have to work on it next time. Probably gonna. It's too late. I'm already starting it. I've already started. I'm not gonna stop. Avatar. That might be okay. Oh, I know why I made this smaller, so that y'all could see my prompting. Okay, a full body. Are my devil children. Okay, hello. Yeah, I can't do it next time because next time I'm doing nerfs with coffee vectors. And we're gonna go nerfing it up. Okay, so a full body. Yeah, whoa. Is that my devil children that you were responding to? Full body design. Okay, I can start my music again too. Yeah, they're evil children. Do you want to say hi? It's him. He doesn't like dancing. I don't know if you guys could tell. He wasn't into it. Okay. Full body design of little anthropomorphic bunny. Okay, full body, full profile, avatar. Is everyone listening to my songs as I give you the information? Stop looking at me. It's really weird. Okay, this isn't working. This isn't working, y'all. Walking, standing, step forward, another kind of step. Yeah, hell on earth is. You go in, you get some good words for this. Buddy, stop licking me. Buddy, stop. Buddy. Thank you. Buddy. No. Oh, you know what would be good, guys? Okay, so let's see if I can do this. Oh my God. If you cannot stop licking me, you do not get to stay up here. Okay. Okay, so imagine a... Honestly, it was licking. He licks me, but he does stare at me an inordinate amount as well, and it's disturbing sometimes. Okay, so what if we put him underground in his little den, in his little worn den? But that would be really hard. I'm not gonna put it. It'd have to be like cut out of an underground tunnel. He's mad. Now he's taking it out on his brother. Oh, I didn't give it an aspect. Right here. Oh my God, children. Yeah. Didn't do it anyway. What is it called? What are the things called? It's like a Mario. They do sound demonic. They're crazy. Like a video game level, like a Mario game. What are those things called? I feel like yelling at my boyfriend to ask him. Okay, ChatGPT. Do we have to ask ChatGPT? I only got 15. I've got 14 minutes to figure this out, y'all. Just trying to figure out the images. Isn't this great? Did you want to learn something or did you just want to watch me struggle? I hope it was just watching me struggle because that's what we're here for. The character's foot moves toward and touches the ground with the heel. The character's weight shifts onto the front foot. There's no way you can prompt that, though, is there? The third step, the character's back foot lands. Yeah, the fourth step, the character's weight shifts. I feel like she's not doing that, though. She's like, oh, maybe she is. I mean, it kind of like kicks. She's got stand left, stand right, jump left, jump right. She's got walk left. Well, let's look at each of the images. Floor image. Oh, she needed a floor image. Creature image. Oh, this is her little creature image. Okay. Player images. It's just, oh, and it's big. It's just a big white field. It doesn't, she didn't cut it out or anything. Oh, because I guess you have to make it the height of whatever the image is on there. Okay, see, we're learning. We're learning. We're learning. Yeah, right is mirrored. Yeah, I would take everything. The left, right is just mirrored. Yeah, every third thing. I don't think you do it every little bit. Maybe look a little bit different. Okay, let's see what you did. Yeah, I don't think that's very PFI friendly. Okay, so this is stand left, stand right. Jump. Okay, so walk right. So I think she just, let's see. These are the only images that she has. So then she just has, so she's got her stand and her walk. She's just got two different images. And then I think it just flips it like back and forth real fast like that. And it kind of makes it look like it's walking. Is what I think is happening. Based off of this, yeah. Because that's all she's got. So really, what we need to figure out is just how to make like a perfect profile image and then keeping that exact same thing, but making it walk somehow, which I'm sure if you knew which image would slow things down. I'm sure if you were really good at MJ, this would be super fast, but I don't know the keywords for doing this. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Okay, great. So the image would slow things down, but that's the image she's using. It was big. I mean, I don't know how big it is, but it's not just around the thing. I think it has to be the same height as whatever I don't know how it works, but that's what it is. She probably placed it over. I don't know. I'm guessing. What is the art style called for like Mario-esque games that just go sideways? 2D side-scrolling game. Yeah. It's a side scroll game background of an underground tunnel. That side scrollers. What understands her? Side scrollers. Let's see if it understands this. It's gonna be really long. It's too big. Ugh! So bad at this, guys. You guys use MG all the time. Side scroll game. Okay, and then I'll do another one that's this, but using exactly that side scroller of an underground tunnel. I made it really long, made it really wide. And then imagine platform game character of a. It's not doing it. It's not doing it. It's not doing it. It's not really it. Platform game character of a rabbit wearing overalls and a straw hat. Profile. Okay, that seems to have worked. It cannot be. Bitmap side scroller is what seems to work. Perfect. This is going to be perfect. I mean, it looks... It's not exactly what I want, but I have 6 minutes. So what I have figured out for you guys is some general terminology that you probably all knew anyway. But if you want to get a good... little background, there you go. Bitmap side scroll, kind of did it. You'd have to crop a little bit, but there you go. And you could have them walking through that. Still can't nail the little character, but I made him a Pikachu. Maybe it's a side scroll character. Well, It's not easy. They can give you the code, but trying to figure out how to make a little thingy is still hard. Make a little thingy. I know that there's a thing. I probably could have Googled it. Midjourney character design prompts. Cartoon character design. Here we go. Boom. Don't really need a consistent character, but I bet if you watch this, then oh, he's trying to make what he didn't make that. He's trying to make it. I'm not. He didn't make it. Children's book illustration style, multiple poses, little boy character, but it's like giving like okay, well, we didn't have time to figure it out. That's all right. That happens. And I'm gonna go eat dinner instead of trying to continue to figure this out. I figured out the thing that was most important, and that was just where to put it and how to copy paste it, which was apparently the easiest thing, but for me was the most daunting. You can't get Midjourney. You cannot get people say that you can make consistent characters, but I disagree. I mean, you can kind of do it, but I don't think it's consistent enough. It's not like a dream booth kind of thing. And no, Firefly has no, but they are, one of their things in work is personalized results or teaching results, which is basically going to be like a dream booth-esque thing. So then you could create a consistent character. But Midjourney has no way to train anything, and you can kind of try to keep a consistent character, but you can't really. I mean, it kind of works. And like they look similar. Oh, you're gonna rework it and make it better? Okay, send it. I don't know how it's gonna be better, but send it. I'll share it. I'll share it out and I'll try to make something. Tell me all freaking about it on Twitter. Be sure to tag me. I'll use that one. We'll make a little collaboration. It'll take me 10 hours to figure out how to do one of these little side characters. I'll cry about it a lot. No one will see, but it'll be great. Oh, kind of did it, but not really. I'm going to make that little rabbit. I'm going to do it. That's going to be freaking amazing. Yeah, tag me when you're done with it on Twitter. It was great. It was really exciting. I don't know if you guys thought it was super exciting that I was on Twitter, but man, I want to leave this. I'm going to come back to you later. I'm going to do it a different time. We learned a lot about Adobe. We learned some fun things about Word as Image. And yeah. Consistent looking robots. What do you mean by that? It did consistent looking robots. Did you see someone do something with it that made consistent looking robots? Thank you, Toko. It was super exciting that I was on Twitter. I Twittered live. I Twittered live. People don't do that. That's exciting. That's like news organization level. Oh, it was in the video. Okay. All right. Well, y'all, you know what? I'm feeling pretty proud of myself. It's that day you finally get back to the gym after being gone for a month And yes, you only lift 20 pounds where you used to be able to lift 100, but you're on your way back to being able to do that 120 deadlift, and you're super excited. And that's where we're at. I'm on my way back, y'all. So I'm glad that you're here for my journey. You can start with me at the beginning again. All right. Have a good one. I'll see you next week. We're doing, oh, by the way, I'm doing Nerfs next week. And Coffee is going to be joining me. My favorite Coffee Vector is going to be here. I'm going to be messing with Nerfs. And if you guys don't know what Nerfs are, go look it up. NERFS. And no, hell on earth, the leak is not better. It is not fixed yet, but the rain has stopped. So that is a plus. It's gonna be fixed in mid-April. And then we won't know if it's actually fixed until 2 years from now when it rains again in Los Angeles. So that's fun. You know what? I don't want to end on that. I'm going to go back to my huzzah for starting again from the beginning. Keep it on going. Sly, Toko, Hell on Earth, everyone else who came and watched in the background, Illustrata, thank you for coming. And I will see you on the Twitter first, and then I'll see you here next week. Peace out. And I might do TikTok next week. I mean, who cares? I can stream all over the place. So.